So I just thought I'd make another update. It's been a couple of months since my last one, and it's also been a year from pretty much when this whole thing started. Um, First things first, so I had my checkup with my hematologist early February. Um, Everything's fine. They obviously did my blood tests and everything again, and she said to me everything looks perfectly fine. To be honest, you have like everything's back to normal. The only thing that actually gives away that you even had any type of illness is I had a low level of lymphocytes in my blood. She said that's normal for someone who's come off chemotherapy. And it will be like that for a few months. But apart from that, everything is fine. I mean, the first checkup I had back in November or December time, um, my liver function was too high. So now it's down back to normal and everything. It was just too high, obviously, because your liver's processing all those chemicals from the chemotherapy still. But now everything's back to normal. Everything's good. I feel good. Um, I mean, so yeah, the appointment went well. I've got my next one in May now, the beginning of May. So I have to go every 3 months. So for the first year, it's every 3 months. The second year, it's every 4 months. The third year, it's every 6 months, and then it's once a year after that. So they monitor you for 5 years, and then after 5 years is when you technically get the all clear. I can tell you I'm all clear right now. None of this is coming back. It's done with. Um, sorry. Apart from that, I've been well. In my last video I mentioned I did get a bit ill, had a bit of a cold. Again, the same thing happened. I do find I am if I'm around people who are ill, I tend to get a bit sick a bit easier now. I'm assuming that's again because of the low levels of lymphocytes, which will be okay in a few months' time. But apart from that, I'm doing really well. Physically, from a physical point of view, I'm brilliant. um, I'm back to the gym like I was saying in my last video. I train 7 days a week, a mixture of weights, cardio, and MMA, Krav Maga. Um, I'm in good physical shape. I mean, for someone, I came off chemotherapy and I've been in the gym solidly now for a couple of months, about three months solid gym work I think I've been doing, and I'm in better shape than a lot of people who have been going to the gym for a long time, or a lot of people that don't even go to the gym. So now I say no, nobody has an excuse. You don't have an excuse because if I can do it, anyone can. I mean, I was a gym freak before, and I'm even more so now. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with my martial arts. I'm obsessed with my fighting. Um, but I mean, in terms of physical shape, I'm in good shape. I can now go to the gym with a vest on and I feel comfortable because I am in good shape. Whereas before, when I was out of shape, I didn't look so great, and obviously everyone's a bit self-conscious and stuff. But now I can work out in a vest and I'm good to go. Do you know what I mean? In terms of my martial arts, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with fighting. As I said in my last video, it's all I think about. I mean, I train in the mornings, I go to work. While I'm at work, it's all I'm thinking about. When I come home, it's all I think about. Um, Sometimes my mum will be standing in the kitchen and I'll just like start like doing little kicks on her and stuff. In fun, I do it to my sister as well. I mean, literally any minute I have spare, I'm doing something. I'm practicing kicks, I'm practicing punches, movement. Um, Combos, literally anything I can do. I'm obsessed with it. I'm really obsessed. But I mean, from a physical point of view, I am doing really good. People all tell me now like you look in good shape. There's a joke going around the gym that I'm on steroids, which I'm not. I just train like a beast and eat like an animal. That's it. Sorry, so I'm not on any steroids or anything. I'm against all of that stuff. But I mean, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I really am. I really am. I can't get enough of it. I could spend the whole day in the gym if I could. Um, what else? My nails have grown out. Obviously they went all black from the chemotherapy. They're pretty much back to normal now. Except my thumbs. My thumbs are a bit dark towards the tips, but they're growing out as well. Um, my veins were still a bit hard. Um, After chemotherapy, obviously, because they took a battering. But my veins are softening up now as well. And I mean, I used to be a very vascular person. I mean, all my veins used to always stick out on my arms and stuff. and since chemotherapy they've kind of gone in. But now they're all starting to come back out again. I mean, the veins are doing fine. One of them did collapse during the chemotherapy. That one just still hasn't come back. I don't know what's going on with that one, but I mean, the rest are all there, and they're all softening up, and they're doing fine. So yeah, that's not bad. My hair, everything's pretty much back. I'm growing my beard back, growing my hair back. I'm trying to grow it back to how it was. I mean, like I said, physically I'm doing brilliant. Um, I'm actually, like I said, I'm doing the Tough Mudder in May, which is I think it's about a 13-mile obstacle course, like a military style obstacle course, which is very hard. But to be honest, I feel like I can do it now. If someone called me up and said, "Dills, Tough Mudder is cancelled for May, it's on for tomorrow," I'll do it, no problem. I don't have a shadow of a doubt that I can complete that without any hitches. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's still going to be hard, but I know I can do it. I'm in that good of physical shape at the moment, and I just know it. I mean, I do. If you know me, you know I train really hard. I do. When I go to the gym, I mean, I can honestly, hand on my heart, say there's not a person in that gym that will train as hard as me. I put everything into it, and it's just the kind of person I am. I am an all or nothing kind of person. If I do set my heart on something, 100% is minimum. That's the minimum, nothing below that. So I do work really hard, and it is paying off. It is hard work, does pay off. In terms of work, obviously I went back to work full time a good few months ago. Um, Work, I'm doing really well, if I'm honest. I'm smashing figures all over the place. I've beaten my personal records. I'm just, because what happened was in February, I think, in January and February, I kind of hibernated. I just kind of disappeared. I just kept my head down and just cracked on with what I needed to do. I didn't really speak to many friends. I didn't really go out. I didn't see many people. It was just a month or two of me just keeping my head down and getting everything back on track, analysing where I am in life. And I worked extremely hard. I worked extremely hard, and it all paid off as well. I mean, I work in recruitment, and it's all money orientated and commission based, and I'm making more money than I ever have, and it's all down to hard work. So in terms of work, it's fine. I'm trying to think what else. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm doing really well. I've decided I'm gonna make big changes in my life over the next few months. Like I said, when I disappeared for January and February, um, I did a lot of thinking, and obviously, when you go through something like this, like people think, oh, you were off work for so long. Like, I was off work, but it wasn't like I was relaxing. It wasn't a holiday. Chemotherapy is not a holiday, believe me. Um, but and you obviously need time to reflect, and with me I didn't really do that, because I went straight back into work, and I went straight back into the gym, and I just wanted to get my life back on track so quickly. I didn't actually stop to think or reflect on anything. So I think the last couple of months I have done so, and I've realized a lot of things, and I kind of realized what I need to change in my life to be where I want to be, and to make it how I want it to be. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I mean, you do realize a lot of things, and in a way, I mean, when I was going through the chemotherapy, I used to read people's blogs and things, and one of the blogs I remember very specifically, it was a girl who had lymphoma as well, and she said, a year after, or so it was, after she'd finished the treatment, she said, "I finally realized that having cancer was a blessing in disguise." And when I read that, I thought that can't be right, because if you've gone through it, you know how horrible it is. It's one of the worst things ever that could happen to someone. But I do kind of see it now, because if I didn't have what I had, I wouldn't be where I am, and I wouldn't be making the changes I'm about to make. Um, because a lot of people are afraid of change, and sometimes you do need that little push just to force you into doing something, because people get comfortable. I mean, in all aspects of life, if you take work for example, I'd say 99% of people like do a job that they don't even like. It's not their passion. They just do it because they have that stability and they're comfortable. People get comfortable in life. People don't like taking risks or risk changing anything. And so I'm planning to make a good amount of big changes in my life, and they'll be for the better, and I know they will. My whole mentality has changed now towards everything after coming out of this. I think very differently to a lot of people, and I've noticed that. But it's something that's going to happen. But yeah, like I said, I won't go on about it too much. Apart from that, I mean, not much else. I mean, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. Like I said when most people it takes 1 or 2 years for them to recover and for the chemo to be out of the system. I said 6 months. It's been 6 months now, and look at me. It's unbelievable. In the last year, because this all started last mid February last year. Mid February I had my first appointment. In March I had my biopsy and my diagnosis. In April I started chemotherapy. So in about 11 or 12 months, I've literally gone from having a normal life like everyone else would, to having cancer, to going through chemotherapy, to losing pretty much everything, to getting it all back. And I'm back now, and I'm better than ever. I honestly am. I'm doing better than I ever have, and I know it's only gonna be upwards from here on. So it's all fine. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you do have any questions, again, feel free to ask me about anything, literally anything. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing the Tough Mudder in May, which I'm raising money for the Lymphoma Association. I'll put the link below. If you can donate, that would be great. If not, then don't worry about it. But I mean, yeah, I'm gonna carry on obviously making these videos. I think it'll be nice for people who have just finished their treatment or are going through treatment to see someone who's come through it and is actually doing really well now. And I mean, not just mentally, I mean physically too, because it is one of those things when you're going through it and you lose all your hair and you have no eyebrows. And I know it can be difficult for people, because there were times where I even thought, how the hell am I going to come back from this? How will I bounce back from this? But I have, and like I said, I'm doing better than ever. So it's nice for people like that in that kind of situation to see it. And I promise you, it does get better. It really does. I mean, apart from that, yeah, everything's cool. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. But yeah, everything's cool for now, and I'll make another video soon, hopefully.